Apparently, I can't live stream because my channel doesn't meet the required whatever. Anyways, we have here an EVGA 3080 Ti for the Win 3 Ultra, and it still hasn't even been used yet. Still has all the tape on it. Anyways, we are going to put a water block on it. We are going to put the EKWB Vector for the Win 3 water block. This is a teardown video and an install. I'm trying to get it all in one take. So let's get started. I'm going to turn on the light. Sorry if I blind the camera, but I need to be able to see. And I have my instructions on my computer here. And let's get with it. So according to this, we need to take off all these little bolts first. These typically, sometimes, not typically, but sometimes they have a, yep, they have a little nut behind it. So that's why I put my finger back there to catch it. You know what? Let me get it right back. Oh, actually, this will work. I have a set of tweezers just for this. Some pliers instead. Just get straight to the point. There we go. I might think about modifying this back plate because the customer didn't buy a back plate, but you know, it is what it is. Let's go this way. All right. Obviously, once you remove this, that's their temper. Let's see, these two. I'm just going around the back on the back plate. On my old 2080 Ti, I actually modified the back plate to fit with the EK water block. It actually looked OEM. I'll try to see if I can somehow set this up. Even though you won't see it, so it won't matter because we're vertically, oh, this one has a little nut on it too. We're vertically mounting it. So what's cool is the ones that carry these little, it's a little nut, literally. I'm not trying to be funny or gross, but the ones, I just dropped it, of course. Of course I would drop it. I have extras, but I wasn't trying to. I didn't hear it hit the ground. Oh, there it is. It's on my chair, actually. It's a little. So anyways, because these have the little screw and nut, using these to utilize the back plate, even because at this point, it's more cosmetic than anything else, but it's easy because it threads all the way through. So anyways, let me stop dropping stuff and rambling. These two. So we're just going around. Don't leave the 4 on the, that's what actually holds the retention bracket that actually holds the cooler on. So we're getting rid of this back plate first. Let me move these over here. I tend to keep the screws and the orientation on which I kept them, but I'm not reusing any of these because EK brings their own. The packaging has their own little baggie full of screws and whatnot. This one I think has a nut on the back of it. It does. So it's also nice to have a nice set of little pliers like this, and just carefully, because you can hold the nut so it doesn't spin, especially this one here in this corner. And now it should be loose. I got the nut right there. And then this one goes with that. Apparently this one has a nut too that I overlooked. So both of them in this corner closest to me, they both have a nut on them. Sweet. So I'll pop this one out just because they're the different screws. And for now, we're taking this and I'm literally just picking it up and putting it off to the side. There's no thermal pads on the back of this or anything, so this is just the back of the card. It's plain. This is the RGB element, I believe. It doesn't say anything about removing that, so we're good. And then once I remove these, so apparently that's all that it holds it on. So as soon as I remove these four, it should separate. Might have to do a little bit of twisting, but it will. Just be careful not to slip off of this and hit something that you're not supposed to. I mean, graphics card prices nowadays, we all know how expensive this thing is. I'm putting a little bit of force on it. It's also I have a padded table mat here, but I'm putting a little bit of force on it because these bolts are under stress. And I pinch around the bolt as I'm letting go because if this is springy, so this one's loose. I don't want it to. They're they're captive, so it doesn't matter. But you never know. I didn't know that. That's two. I'm putting pressure on this just so it doesn't. Again, it is under pressure, so now it's completely loose. The only thing holding it is that last bolt. But there's no more pressure, so the last one's no big deal. This comes right off. So now, the only thing technically holding. Alright. So I like to pull up and twist. This is where the back plate is, where you connect our EVGA connections. Just a little, you'll hear it kind of ripping because it means that it's yeah, you'll see. You can physically move it, but I'm not trying to move it too much. Come on. I can feel it sliding side to side. I don't know if something doesn't show as anything else is holding it on. It's just really on there. There we go. That's coming off. There we go. There we go. Come on. Oof. That's a big girl. I guess we got some cables to disconnect on that side. You'll see them. See if I can zoom in. You'll see them. There's a couple of cables there. So we'll put this back on this side. Actually, I'm flipping it around. This is crazy. This hasn't even been used yet. These actually unclip really easily. Let's see, there's three. They're actually colored. Then I noticed that there's like a fourth cable on the back side. There we go. And there's one back here, all the way in the back, right? I don't know if you can see it. It's connected. It's right there. Anyways. So I'm just gonna squeeze it with these, and it'll pop right off. Come on. There we go. And she's free. Wow. It's just so scary on something that's so expensive. It always is. I don't care how many times you do it, and I don't care who you are. This shit's scary. I think we need to pull all these pads off and clean all this stuff off with rubbing alcohol and the dye. So what I like to do, in case I ever have to return this back to OEM, is because I'll actually put this back in the box. And even if I have to, see, this is more like, I'll end up replacing those if I ever have to. But like this right here goes right there. So I'll know where they go, and then I'll just put it back in a box as such. That way I'll, if I ever need to reuse it, it's there. It doesn't go there exactly, but I'll know if I ever have to put it back together. Same as this. So this flipped. So this piece. All I'm doing now is pulling off the thermal pads. If they rip, it's fine, because I would end up using new ones, but at least I have a general idea where everything goes. So I'll just put it back. I'm going to come back with some rubbing alcohol here in a few minutes and clean all this down. This one here. And I'm just putting it mirror so where they were. Let's see, that needs to get clean. Alright, so I think we're done removing. I'm gonna need to clean that. So we're gonna remove the stock cooler. That's it. It's never been used. Brand new. Like I said, I'm gonna try to modify the back plate to fit back on there because it looks way better with it on. But if I can't, it's no big deal because we're putting a water block and it's gonna be vertical. So being that it's going to be vertical, it won't matter too much. Oh, I hate getting thermal paste. Be right back. I need to get rubbing alcohol. Coming back. All right. I use I don't know, 90%, 91%, and Q-tips. Q-tip brand Q-tips. Q-tips brand. I have a mess now. Anyways, I can clean later. That's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna have to clean it right now. I know we're filming, but it's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah. The ASMR people might like that one. Just kidding. Anyways, it's relatively clean. So we'll start with the clean side that I haven't touched yet. Lay down this towel so I don't get rubbing alcohol. Even though my mat's waterproof, I don't want to get rubbing alcohol all over the place. And start by putting some pressure on that and cleaning it. It should be shiny when it's done, and you should be able to read the EVGA logo and all the info. There we go. Starting to clean up. There we go. Let me get some paper towels I have over here. Obviously, it's okay if you get rubbing alcohol on the components because it evaporates and it doesn't damage anything. I concern myself more with the dye than with the runoff, like all this gray stuff on the outside, simply because the runoff, once you start, if you can't peel it off like nice in one clean swoop, it'll push into these little, like there's these little microchips there, and I just, as long as the surface is clean, that's all I care about. So it's not going to harm anything having a little bit extra. I will, however, try, and this is do as I say, not as I do. Try at your own risk. But yeah, it's not gonna. Oh, this one will come up as a ribbon. So if you're lucky, you can get the edge of it, and it's hard enough where it just came up as a ribbon. And yes, this is a blade, so be very careful with what you're doing, not to cut yourself if you do this, and not to touch anything else, because I'm not trying to. I still need to polish the die, but if I can get it off just like this, lift it and pull on it. See, this one's hard enough where it all comes up and I'm not smearing it into this little, all these little road. All that is little microchips or resistors or whatever you want to call them, but be careful. Look at that. Got 3 sides down. Steady hand. Oh, I feel a little. Come on. I think we're good. Oh, damn it. It broke off. Like I said, it's fine if it doesn't come up, but that's the OCD in me at this point. I've already done 3 sides. There we go. It's clean. There's a little bit that fell off here. A little bit that fell off here. Like I said, be mindful of any of those little resistors. There's a little bit left right there, but it's no big deal. Actually, I think my can of air might be able to get rid of it. Alright, I just need to polish it up. There's the die. She's naked, man. She's shiny. Alright. Let's polish that up. I think I still got it good. Yeah, I haven't used this side. I'm going to come back with a paper towel here and dry this off. Then we're going to clean the other, this and that. Actually, I'm going to see if I even need to put, yeah, I need to put thermal pads on there. So definitely need to clean those up, because they provide thermal pads for you. So let me be careful not to snag any of the resistors on the sides. Should be pretty easy. Very good. It's another reason why I wear rubber gloves with the, it helps get all this lint off. So she's shiny. Alright, so now we are going to clean these capacitors or resistors. Again, I didn't develop this. I'm not quite sure what they are. You know what? Let me get a fresh Q-tip. These are kind of globbed on there, which kind of sucks. You see, I might be able to wipe a lot of this off. I'll try that, because it's just like goopy. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Doesn't matter if it falls in between. I just need the surface. Again, this stuff doesn't conduct electricity, so that's fine if it's in between. I'm not gonna go clean those I just need to make sure that the surfaces are nice and clean and flat so I can lay the new strip, the new thermal pad. I'm just making a mess. This stuff is so messy. It's another reason why I recommend rubber gloves, and with rubber gloves, that if they fit tight, you can get stuff without it falling off. Alright, so we have the memory modules here. These are the memory modules, front side. I don't know if they have any on the back, but okay. Come back here. It's just big chunks. I'll pull them off with some tweezers. So that one looks good. I'm still gonna come back with some rubbing alcohol, but I'm just getting the they didn't even do a good job of honestly applying. It didn't have like full coverage. No, I don't know if it's necessary, but the thermal pads that are provided by EK definitely provide more coverage. Now these things move a little bit. I'm not trying to break anything. All right, it looks like everything needs to be. I'm gonna dab these with just a Q-tip, wet it up. Is getting any excess off of there. Okay. Go to the other side. Oof, I had a cut on my finger and that hurt. I'm just lightly passing on these. I know that they're clean, so it's fine. Memory modules. Micron memory modules on this one. I live in Virginia. I have a Micron manufacturing plant not too far away. So I'm just dabbing it. There we go. Take some air to this, clean it off. See how beautiful she is. Also with the air, it helps dry off any alcohol that might linger, even though you'll see me rub this until there's literally no speck of anything. Again, that's just a little OCD. Unnecessary. Alright. So EK also provides thermal paste, so I just use whatever they give me. If it's good enough for the GPU, I use it on a CPU as well. Alright. Mirror finish. Alright, next. You must remove the foil. Your GPU water block comes with VRM coolers. Yo. I think I'm going to have to cut the size thermal pad. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do some cutting. I'll do that I'll try as best as I can to do it on camera, but they provide a little baggie and it's got five long strips. I know, I have to peel the thing still. I haven't done anything. So what I'll do with this one is I'll cut the excess off of it. So I'll measure that one exactly, and then I'll lay that bit there. I'm going to actually use scissors. I'm going to grab some scissors. And if I mess it up, I can always put it elsewhere. But anyways, you have to put it here, on this memory module, memory module, memory module, and on this one, and then it says on this, and then on this, and then on this, and then right down this way. So I'm going to measure this out. What I do is I kind of put pressure on it right here, so I can get a general. Yes, I'm a lefty, but I do use scissors with my right hand. This is all just eyeballs right now. Oh shit. Damn. Almost had it in. Almost had it in one. So there is a protective plastic on both sides. You need to make sure to remove it from both sides because that could be catastrophic. It'll melt some plastic for sure. And it's always a pain in the ass because I find the clear side always comes off a lot easier than the blue side does. Come on. Alright, what's going on here? Why is this not peeling? It's like getting stuck and it's starting to rip, and I don't want it to rip. Let me try the tweezers. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Tweezers for the win. Go steal your girlfriend's or your wife's tweezers, or men if you already have some. I'm not judging. This thing will not come off my hand. Fucking static. Sorry. There. It takes 3 tools to get it done. So this one is going to go on top of this. Sweet. Cut it off a little bit at an angle. I wanted to see if this was going to be enough for these little bits, but barely. I'm not going to use that. I'll just cut something specific for that. Alright, so now we got that bit installed. We'll start with the blue side this time, because apparently the blue side's the one that's a pain in the ass to pull off. I got some gunk on there. Alright, blue side's off. The clear side is it's like a hard plastic, and then the blue side's really soft. Alright, we'll do the same thing here. We'll start here at the end and we'll lay it down. This is like a perfect fit. Oh, it is sticky as hell. Let me put that side down. The other side's not as sticky. Same thing. Yeah, this side's definitely more sticky. Alright. Oh, this one actually, the leftover from here can actually go on. Don't I have to put, no, I thought I had to put one on here, but according to this, it doesn't show it needing it. So, can I get 2? Yeah, I should be able to get 2 out of this. So put that one there. A little runs over a little bit on the edge, but that's so it's got a little flap here. I literally stopped breathing. Oh, come on. Alright, that's what's up. So that's done. So now what we need to do, we'll do the memory modules next. This, then we'll do those. We should be good. These will not get, these will just get cut to length. So what I do is I just lay it one side on there. I don't know why I keep closing my knife knowing that I'm gonna need it. I make a mark on there with this, and that'll suffice for cutting. Okay. Blue side's coming up pretty easy this time. Normally when you cut it, it pinches it, so it seems that the blue side is the soft side, goes up. The clear side goes down because it's more sticky. And I'm not pulling this to stretch or nothing. It's literally just laying on there. It's cut to size. Let's see. We'll do the 4, and then I'll have one there. And then I'll have to cut one of the other strips for. Oh, I should have known better and measured it out, but that's fine. Let me just measure this out real quick again. Because the knife is so sharp, I just put a little dab on it, and I know exactly where I need to cut. Blue side. Blue side's the soft side. Goes up. Clear side, sticky side, goes down. All right. We'll put this one on this individual. Let's pull. Now I'm trying to pull the blue side off first, because the other one's actually has a ridge, like it's almost like a thin credit card. You can hear it. This one's gonna have a little bit of runoff, but oh, that's upside down. A little bit of runoff, but it's fine. You can hear it. All right, we got that strip there. Have cat hair. Pull the blue side off. Again, blue side up, clear side down. Because clear side is the sticky side. Just makes it so it doesn't move around. I guess at the end of the day it doesn't matter, but being that this is the sticky side, I know when I put the block on it, it's not going to shift. All right, what do we have? These, already done those. and then that strip there. So we'll do the same thing I did on the other side. I'm actually not even going to measure it. Oh, actually, this should be long enough. Oh wow, love it when a plan comes together. All right. The clear side started peeling up. Let me see if I can have enough to get gunk fly off. There we go. Oh wow, the other end's already kind of peeled off. Alright, so white side down. A little bit of runoff, but again, no big deal. There's a little piece there. I could cut it off, but I don't really care at this point. Peel on the blue side. This should be it. Then we should start getting ready to apply the thermal compound. I do that the same way I do my CPU. I do the X method with the dots, just in a smaller. You'll see. It works. I've been doing this for a while. I don't care what everyone's opinion is on it. If it works, it works. All right. Thing of beauty. According to the directions, everything's covered. All right. Let me scroll. Yeah, it says to do an X anyways. All right. So we still have 2 extra thermal pads. Let me clean my space up real quick. I just need to move some stuff. All these little plastic pieces that I just peeled off, we'll toss it or just throw it off here out of the way. I don't like having a mess. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm hoping my phone doesn't run out of storage. I got 512 gigs, so it should be enough, but we'll see. Alright, the next step would be to placing the block on a card. Oh, I need to put thermal paste on first, and then I'll open up the block. I'll slide the card off to the side, and we'll get the screws that we need out. And like I said, I'm going to attempt to utilize those 4 screws to put the back plate on, but if not, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Move this out of the way so I can shift this to the side for a hot second while I dump this out. Wow, they have like this 3D printed tool now. It's the first I've ever seen that. Oh, it's for screwing the yeah, for the caps, the plugs rather. Got all these plastic washers, nylon washers, I would assume. They're like, there we go. I think we got them all. We got the thermal paste, all the screws, and all the washers. There's nuts, screws, washers, plastic washers rather. Alright, let's do thermal paste application. So it says do an X, so I will do an X. So I always do an X, and then I add the dots in between still, because there's no harm done in dabbing the extra bit. Put a little bit more there. That way you ensure to get the negative space when it smushes. 100% coverage every time. No problem, no problem. Thermal pads. Alright, so once I place this on here, then we flip it upside down, and then we use all the plastic washers and the... Yep. So I'm going to, in place of some of the plastic washers, I'm going to try to use some of the original screws and nuts to see if I can get that back plate on there, just to make it look cooler. But here's the... For those that like unboxings or unwrappings, we're just short, sweet, to the point. There you go. This is the cabling for the RGB, obviously. This one, I try to run it up. Actually, we'll go up and over. There's really no pretty way to do this. It's just a matter of... Sometimes I'll tape it on there, but this one's all clear on the top, so I'm not going to do that. We'll just try to smush it in place. I'm just trying to pinch the cable so it gets some kind of form. Because it's just literally just going to hang out there. And then this is the one that plugs into your motherboard. It's a 3-pin actually, so that's good because I actually have one of those available. I have so many RGB things and this other build. Alright, I think I'm going to have to put this on a block. Or not. Well, here goes nothing. Let me move these. Well, she fits. If she fits, she sits. I'm putting pressure on it right now so it doesn't slide around when I flip it over. This looks really good right now. Alright, so because you still have the shield on there, you can pick it up by the shield if you didn't elevate it. And then I'm definitely gonna... Oh, you know what? I can use my Q-tip box. That's sturdy enough to, because since the shield is on there, it's got an overhang. So I put pressure on it without sliding it around and then flip it ever so gently so it doesn't slide around on you. And once it's upside down, it ain't going nowhere. Right, so now we have this. I like to orient it the way the picture has it. Even though I know where all the screws go, just for my peace of mind. Well, those are going to be long screws. For these two, or I'm sorry, these two here are long screws. So it's going to be this one and this one. And they will have the nut cert on the back. So I'll have to hold that with something. My tweezers most likely, but I'll do those last. There's still space. And what's cool is I would love to put this is upside down. I would love to put the cross member back. But let's see. Which holes can be sacrificed? So this corner hole. See, what I have had to do in the past is drill them out. And then it's just a cosmetic. And then it... But we'll see if I can get the whole screw in there. So we'll do that one. This corner one and maybe this corner one here. Or actually these two. And those two. Just to have it on there. So it'd be kind of cool to have it on there. Again, if not, he didn't get a back plate, so not much I can do about it. And these are not going in there. You know what? Let me see if these thread in there. It doesn't say to put it on there, but if it threads in there, why not? Okay. Well, that's not right. Take that off. It's sideways. It goes like that. Let me see if it says anything against doing that. Use 16. EVGA recommends you start tightening the screws around the GPU. Yeah, I already know how to do the rest of that. Alright. I kind of want to just use this OG bracket. Like, they fit. How's it? Let me see. God, this is always just so... And it's sitting on my damn Q-tip box. It does not say to do this. This is me just experimenting. It seems to be working, so I'm gonna run with it because I know this adds tension, so it's definitely gonna have enough. Oh wow. That actually works quite well. So I'm gonna run with that because that frankly looks better, and I know that it's gonna retain good pressure. It feels just like it did when I took it off. And these screws, you screw them until they bottom out because they're spaced, but they're still, yeah. I tightened them in an X pattern originally, and I'm just making sure that they're good. This is technically, the graphics card is 1 right now. I just need to tighten the rest of it. Everything seems to be making contact. Sweet. 47 minutes. Let's try to get this under an hour. So these corner bits, well, let me do the rest of them real quick, and then I'll worry about those. Because I really would like to get the back plate on here and make it look about as OEM as possible. We'll start with this one here. So I might just do that off camera because, like I said, I had to take a Dremel last time I did it. I'll actually bring it over here and show you. I have the 2080 Ti we took out of here. I modified the EVGA back. You know what? Let me do it now before the video cuts off. I'll be right back. Coming. I was cleaning it. This, well, what happened now? That's kind of gross. Anyways, I'm over here trying to clean the card like it matters. I don't know what's on there. Give me 1 second. It's like some gunk on here. I don't know what it is. Anyways, I'll clean it in a minute. this thing, if you can see it, it's a 2080 Ti. I modified, so I'm only using 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. The rest were kind of dremelled out so they wouldn't make contact with anything. And then this one didn't have the cross member, but I mean, it looks OEM. And then, like I said, it's a 2080 Ti. I'm gonna open this up, clean it up a little bit, and then put the stock cooler back on it most likely and sell it. Right back. Who knows? Or I'll keep it, maybe mine with it or something. It's mine. That's my payment. That and a couple other things, but we're putting anyways, this is pretty much the end of the video. I mean, from here it's just a matter of putting all the screws in place. I'm just loosely putting them in, and that's it. I try to do these videos whenever I have a customer that, you know, wants me to water cool their system. We've ordered the parts, they're here. I just want to share this experience because it's always nice from start to finish, the one take. And I hope I didn't miss any steps. Like I said, I'm going to try to modify the stock back plate and, you know, make it look nice. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to at least look decent. But again, we're vertically mounting this, so I might not even worry about it because you're not going to see it anyways. So it is what it is. I like having the stock. This was not part of the instructions to put that back on. They actually suggested to use 4 of their screws, and no thanks. So we're good. It looks way better. These holes aren't used. That one over here. So this one has a hole. No, that one doesn't have a hole behind it. I'm trying to find stock. I might end up using these two because I need something to hold it on that side for the stock back plate. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. This is Ed, Works by Dre. Again, I try to do these videos when I have the stuff. I don't post all the time. I'm not some big YouTuber, but if I can help someone, I'm happy. I appreciate the feedback and the comments, and yep, look forward to doing more dope ass builds, and you know. Anyways, that's my time. Y'all have fun. Deuces.